The most important part of your Amazon strategy is your pricing strategy. And if we talk about pricing, we need to talk about repricing. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to maximize your profits when you are doing repricing and to ultimately put more money into your pockets and avoid mistakes. Before we start, we are talking about repricing. So if you want to try a repricer for free for 14 days, the one that I use personally is Bqool. There's going to be a link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so I'm going to get a little something for you to actually sign up through my link. If you do not want to support the channel and to put money in my pocket, whatever, you're going to get the same 14 days free trial if you go yourself to the website. But if you want to support the channel, you can use the link in the description. All right. Before we start, also, you guys know I'm offering one-on-one coaching, and we have something new coming soon. If you've been watching the videos lately, you know it. But if you have some issues that you want that you want a mentor to help you deal with it, to scale your business, being more efficient at sourcing, stuff like that, anything that has to do with online arbitrage, retail arbitrage and sourcing, link in the description, book a call with me. We are going to build a plan to help you reach your goals, and we are going to follow you until you reach that goal. All right. So link in the description, look at my availability, book a call. As I said, new thing coming. We have a program. There's a wait list, a mentorship program where I'm going to take a small group and bring them to their first $10,000 a month in sale. All right. So if you are a beginner, if you are more towards a beginner, you can get a one-on-one session as well if you are a beginner. If you want to grow faster, this is the best way to do it. But the program is going to be a 6 to 8 month program. All right. I'm going to take you guys from beginners to advanced sellers, and we're gonna have calls. I'm sorry, I'm losing my words every single week. Group calls and individual calls, and the group calls will be a way for you to actually start networking with people. This is why I want to do it with a small group. So join the waitlist, because the first go that we're gonna have multiple goes a year, but the first go is gonna be the cheapest because this is a test group. All right, so join the waitlist so you'll have all the information. Next link you're gonna find is the Discord server, because you need to network, and one of the best way to do it is being active on the Discord server, asking questions and answering people questions. All right, so without further ado, let's dive into the video. The first tip that I'm going to give you when it comes to repricing, all right, it is going to be, and it's going to be the first step, because there's that mentality with everything, not just with Amazon, but I've seen it with Amazon, and you see it with in a lot of industry, is people want to fix bad decisions that they made at first. While they could have avoided the bad decision, they try to fix it with post-production when it comes to video, or with repricing if you buy bad products. All right, you're not going to be able to fix a bad buy with repricing. You are going to be able to exit it faster, probably, and more efficiently, but you're not going to be able to fix it. So the first thing, if you want to be efficient, if you want to be good at repricing, the first thing that you're going to need to do is first being good at selecting product and at forecasting supply and demand for a specific ASIN, so you can make good purchasing decision. And good purchasing decision will allow you to have a better repricing strategy, because not only if you cannot make good purchasing decision, if you are bad at forecasting, you are going to be bad at forecasting when it comes to repricing as well. So the skills that you're going to need are basically connected. It's the same skills, but you are going to be able to increase your profits if you make good purchasing decision. You are going to be able to push the buy box up, which you will not be able to do if you buy bad products. All right, you cannot save a tanking product. If you buy a tanking product, do not expect that you can push the buy box up like you could do with a good product. All right. Second thing, all right, second tip that I'm going to give you: send your product with a price that is higher than the buy box, especially if the buy box is a little bit lower than it is usually. Always send your product a little bit like at a price that is a little bit more. Match the offers that are a little bit higher than the one that you want to sell at, just because when your products are going to arrive, and if it's a product that sells fast, it may sell before it actually, like, your product actually check in and before you actually turn on the repricer. So and we're going to talk about when you should turn on the repricer, but the reason I'm saying this is you do not know, the price could go up, people can go out of stock while your items are in transit, and so you do not want to sell your products at a cheaper price at what it could sell for. All right, so because of that, it's going to be the same thing. it's going to be linked to the third tips that I'm going to give you. The third tip is going to be, do not reprice your product immediately, because you do not know if they're going to move at the price that you set. All right, so I'm pretty relaxed when it comes to checking my price and repricing, and I used to do it like once, twice a week. I do not even do it once a week anymore, just because I've been selling a lot of the same products. But what I'm doing mostly is I just let my products sit at the price that I set them at, because I knew that I could sell them at that price. If they are selling, it's all good. I let them sell at that price, because I know that it's a price that is a little bit higher than what I was expecting, right? And if it's not selling, then I set my repricer. All right, but I let them sit on a listing. I expect if it's a listing that I expect to tank, but like most of the time I just let my products sit without the repricer at a price that is a little bit above the buy box and see how it goes. And after that, when I look at my repricer, then I set up my repricer. And usually if it's selling, I do not even set my repricer, to be honest, because I know that the price that I set it at, if I set the repricer, probably it's going to price my items cheaper than that, and so it does not really make sense. So I only set the repricer once I know that that I do not get the buy box. If I get the buy box at the price that I set, I'm not setting the buy box. But the thing that you should know is I always set my buy box, my price above the buy box. I never set my price at the buy box. Most of the time I set it way, like a little bit above the buy box, and see if I get the buy box. All right, at the next offer, at the price that is above the buy box, above what Keepa says, but that I assume I can sell. All right, and this is a skill that you will develop, and I will make more videos on that, by the way, in the future, because most of the time you can sell products above the buy box. You do not have to match the buy box all the time. All right, so this was tip number 2 and tip number 3. All right, tip number 4, and it is super important. All right. Do not undercut the buy box price by a penny, because all you're gonna do is either sell out or make the product tank. All right, so usually when somebody does that, I just let him be, and usually I still get the buy box, without repricing. But like, if you actually, because here's the thing, if you have multiple people that set their rule to actually just go down and undercut the buy box price, everything that it's going to do is just going to make the listing tank. All right, you just need 2 people underbidding each other, and like the price is going to go down until they sell out, and then it's going to go back up. But this is why, especially on slower selling items, you're going to fuck up everybody, and so except me, because you're going to sell out, and I don't care, and I will wait for you to sell out, and then I'll sell at my higher price. Or I will just sell at the higher price anyway, because I just get the buy box. But you are not helping yourself, all right, if you do this. It's really dumb to do this, except if you have a rule with a more sophisticated repricer that brings the price down and brings the price up, all right? And it's going to be linked to the next tip as well. You should not just reprice down, all right? You should try to push the buy box up when you are winning the buy box, right? And during downtime as well, during the night, I push my price up by 15%. And sometimes you get sale, and sometimes it brings the price back up, all right? But if you do not know to do all this, I have a whole videos with all my rules that I used to use, all right? When I used and we're going to talk about the AI repricing as well, but when I use the rule-based repricing, I have a full video. Just if you check the video, if you check my Bqool rules, just type Chris Mangunza Bqool in the search bar. You're gonna find this video, and I share all my repricing rules. I even send you, if you sign up for the email. I think maybe I have a link to that email. I don't know if I put it in all my videos, but if you sign up through that link, you will receive all my rules and a flow chart of when to use which rules. So watch this video if you want to become good at repricing. This video is just some tips. This video goes in depth into my whole strategy when it comes to repricing before I use the AI rules. And so, talking about the AI rules, let's move to the fifth. This was actually already the fifth tip, right? So bonus tip, 6th tip is going to be. Did I tell you guys to push the buy box price up? I do not remember, but like when you win the buy box, try to push the buy box price up, and if you do my rules, it's going to help you do this, all right? But the bonus tip for today's video is going to be to get the $100 plan on Bqool whenever you can actually afford it. And why do I say this? I say this because, and it's not about the AI rules, all right? And I said it a lot of times. Yes, the AI rules are great, but there's a lot of listings on which I do not even use the AI rules, and I have the $100 plan. The reason why I got the $100 plan on Bqool is just because of the instant repricing, all right? And if you get any plan that is below the $100 plan, Bqool will reprice your items every 15 minutes, all right? And so if it reprices every 15 minutes and you are competing against someone that's repricing like as fast as possible, it's not instant, but like it's as fast as the Amazon API allows it, the other guy is going to win all the time, all right? So whenever you have the money, it doesn't mean that it is completely trash. No, I've used the $25 plan for a long time. I was making close to $40,000 a month before I switched to the $100 plan, all right? $40,000 a month in sale. So the reason why the instant repricing, basically the instant repricing is gonna boost your buy box win by like crazy. If you use the right rules, if you use all the rules that I use, even if you use the rule-based rules, just by switching, your sales are going to skyrocket, all right? Your sales are going to increase. Products that were not moving are going to start moving because you have people with more powerful repricer than you on those listings, and whenever you're going to switch, you're going to get way more buy box, all right, on those listings. It depends on what you sell, but like I had the best day I ever had the day I actually switched to the $100 plan, all right? And I made a video on it, and I haven't had a day as big as this one ever since I made the switch, all right? I haven't had a day as big as this one, but yeah. That's it for today's video, because this is today's video. This is the 6 tips that I gave you. I know I said 5, and my camera is going to shut down soon. So it's perfect timing. But yeah, watch these videos on the screen if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon. Like this video, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow because I release a new video every single day.